Center in Hammond for the second half of our doubleheader as the Southeastern men's basketball team takes on the Privateers. I'm Chris Salim. We want to thank all of you who listened on 90.9 KSLU or watched on the Southeastern Sports Network YouTube channel to the Lady Lions' victory over UNO 73-57 as they win their fourth straight. And it was pretty convincing. The Lady Lions just 11 turnovers for the game and shot 50% from the field. Had as big as a 21-point lead in the second half as they snapped a 5-game losing streak to UNO and continue their hot streak. So congratulations to Coach Ayla Gazzardo and the Lady Lions. Now we shift our attention to the men's game as the Lions enter this afternoon's game with the Privateers at 6-15 overall and 3-7 in the Southland Conference, but have a great opportunity to gain some ground over the next 3 games as they'll take on the bottom 3 teams in the Southland standings. Now, for those of you that follow this conference pretty regularly, you got to be ready to play every single night. So there's nobody that you're going to throw your proverbial hat out on the floor and win the game, just that simple. So while on paper, I should say, the Lions have a great opportunity here with both with UNO, Houston Baptist, and UIW coming up on the schedule. 3 teams who have not fared particularly well as far as the wins and losses to this point. So hopefully the Lions can take care of business tonight and over the next couple of games. But one game at a time as the Lions look to bounce back from a tough one Wednesday night on the road to Central Arkansas as they fell 88-68. But the Lions actually started pretty well Wednesday as they had a 26-17 lead midway through the first half before the Bears rallied to take a 40-38 lead at halftime. And in the second half, Central Arkansas really took control of that game as they outscored the Lions 48-30. Strangely enough, though, and this kind of threw me, Southeastern actually had more field goals than the Bears as they converted 29 field goals to just 28 for Central Arkansas. But the Bears were 25 of 29 from the free throw line, while Southeastern struggled mightily at the charity stripe, shooting 5 for 16. And there you go. There's your difference in the ball game right there. 20 free throws converted. So Lions got to get it done at the charity stripe, and that's a lot of times what these games come down to. But Pop Jop led the Lions with 13 points after he missed the previous 2 games with a concussion. So Wednesday night is done. That takes us to today. So Lions can move forward from Wednesday and learn from that one and get ready for this one as UNO comes into today's game also in need of a win as they're 2-9 in the Southland following an 82-74 loss to Northwestern State at home Wednesday night. The Privateers came into the season as preseason Southland Conference favorites, but have really struggled away from home as they're just 1-9 away from Lakefront Arena in New Orleans, which the Lions will play there later this year. It's actually the regular season finale, March the 9th or March the 7th. So these 2 teams will match up again. But despite this team's struggle, they still possess one of the most potent offensive weapons in the conference, and 6'4", 200-pound senior guard Bryson Robinson. And Robinson comes into the game averaging 17.6 a game. That's 4th in the Southland for the Mesquite, Texas natives. So this is still the same team with the same pedigree as the one that lost in the Southland Conference Tournament Finals last year. So while they have struggled on paper and don't have the wins to show for it like they did last year, this is still a team that knows how to get it done. So the Lions definitely don't want to get caught looking at records. So as for the series, UNO leads the all-time series over Southeastern 13-7. The 2 teams split last year, with each team winning on their home floor. But, it should be a good one as these 2 teams really are in the position where they kind of got to, you don't want to say must win or all that kind of stuff with still 10 games to go. But these 2 teams certainly, mainly the Lions, with a chance to get things moving in the right direction over these next 3 games. So this is a pretty big ball game this afternoon for Southeastern if they do, in fact, want to see the Southland Conference Tournament in Katy, Texas in the second week in March. But I think this team is fully capable of it. I think they are very well coached. I think they have the talent. It's just a matter of a lot of these freshmen and sophomores still kind of coming into their own and learning how to finish ball games. And I think we're going to start to see that here towards the second half of the conference schedule. But we'll see how things go tonight. Hopefully Lions can pick up the victory as we're 5 minutes from tip-off. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. We'll have the conference standings and a little bit more as we get you set for this afternoon's ball game between your Southeastern Lions and the UNO Privateers. Back in a moment. This is Southeastern basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network.
The countdown to Katy has begun. The Southland Conference Basketball Tournament at the Merrill Center in Katy, Texas. Experience it live as Southland strong teams compete for a tournament title and a chance to go to the dance. It's affordable family fun and great college hoops action. Tickets for the Southland Conference Basketball Tournament are on sale through school ticket offices and Ticketmaster.com.
Of our doubleheader. Congratulations to the Southeastern women's basketball team as they pick up their fourth consecutive victory, winning 73-57 in the first half of the doubleheader. But let's switch back to the men and the standings coming into the day. Again, when you look at the Lions, they're not far off of the pace as far as being right there in the middle of the pack. And they've got a perfect stretch to do so as they face the bottom three teams in the league over the next 3 games. But let's take a look at the standings coming into the day. Stephen F. Boston leading the way at 9-1 in the conference. Sam Houston State 8-2. Nichols 8-3. McNeese at 7-3. They've got a 7-game winning streak. They're at Lamar today. Abilene Christian at 6-3. Northwestern State at 5-5. A&M Corpus Christi 5-6. Central Arkansas at 5-5, Lamar at 4-6, Southeastern 3-7, UIW at 2-7, UNO at 2-9, and Houston Baptist at 1-9 or 1-8. The Lions will welcome Houston Baptist here Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. So hopefully again they can take care of business tonight and then do the same Wednesday, as we're about a minute or so away from our final break as the Lions and the Privateers coming your way here in just a moment. A couple of late scratches as Max Starwood and Mox Romanoff will be out tonight as Starwood got a concussion in Wednesday's ballgame. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to play tonight, but he will not, so he'll be out at least today. And then Mox Romanoff with the flu, so the Lions will dress just 10 tonight. Anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Starting lineup, opening tip-off, Southeastern versus UNO next on the Southeastern Sports Network. And UNO fans who are watching on YouTube, our Southeastern Sports Network YouTube station, as we're moments away from tip-off. Lions and Privateers renewing their rivalry. The Privateers lead the all-time series 13-7. The team split last year, their first meeting to this year. So let's take a look at the lineups. First for the Privateers under ninth-year head coach Mark Schlesinger. At guard, a 6'3" junior from St. Rose, Louisiana, number 3, Troy Green. At guard, a 6'4" senior from Mesquite, Texas, number 4, Bryson Robinson. At forward, a 6'6" sophomore from Cape Coral, Florida, number 11, Jamal Myers. At forward, a 6'8" senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 15, Jalen Key. And at guard, a 6'3" freshman from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 24, Rodney Carson Jr. For the Lions, as they come in with a 6-15 record, 3-7 in the Southland under head coach David Kiefer. Little bit of a different lineup tonight. At guard, a 6'3" freshman from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, number 2, Isaiah Kirby. At guard, a 6-foot freshman from Palatka, Florida, number 5, Byron Smith. At guard, a 6'1" senior from Reserve, Louisiana, Vaughn Julian. At forward, a 6'9" junior from Zizinchau, Senegal, number 13, Pop Jop. And at forward, a 6'7" freshman from Geismar, Louisiana, number 22, Nick Caldwell. Assistant coaches, Mark Lieberman, Patrick Schulte, and Jordan Brooks. So, the Lions and Privateers about to come your way here very shortly, and the Lions starting lineup about to be introduced on the TV screen for those of you watching on the Southeastern Sports Network YouTube channel. As Isaiah Kirby coming across your screen. Take a look around the Southland Conference. It's Northwestern State leading Central Arkansas 43-27 at halftime. Lamar leads McNeese 32-27 with 5:53 to go as Byron Smith being introduced for those of you on YouTube. New Orleans and Southeastern right here, of course. Then Stephen F. Austin at Sam Houston, that game at 5:30. UIW at Abilene Christian, that game at 7 as Nick Caldwell being introduced. And A&M Corpus Christi against Houston Baptist, that game in Houston. That one will tip off at 7 o'clock. Pop Jop being introduced. And then here in just a moment, it'll be Nick Caldwell. So the Lions will be in their home white with the green trims and a chance to really get back in the middle of the Southland Conference tournament race with these next 3 ball games if they can take care of business today. And then they'll get Houston Baptist and UIW the next couple games. But again, there's nothing guaranteed in this conference as every team in this conference is capable of beating anybody, so they're going to have to play well in all 3 games to pick these 3 up. But one at a time, let's see if they can do this one today. New Orleans will be in their road blue with the white trim. Pretty decent crowd this afternoon at the University Center. As we're just about set to go, Southeastern will move left to right here in the first half and flip that, and UNO goes right to left. Starting lineups, by the way, fans, were brought to you by Roof Crafters. Roof Crafters specializes in commercial and residential roof replacement, storm restoration, repairs, skylights, and more. Find out more online at theroofcrafters.com. So, we're ready to go as Caldwell will tip it off for the Lions against Myers for the Privateers. UNO and Southeastern, the tip, the referee playing games, and the tip is up, and it is controlled. Looked like it was faking both Myers and Caldwell out. Lions have it. Julian comes into the front court to the near side. He'll dribble it back up top. Lions have had a little bit of difficulty starting fast the last couple of games. Been able to pick it up midway through the half. But anyway, backdoor pass. This one knocked out of bounds off of Southeastern. It's a turnover to start the ball game for the Lions. Southeastern will start off in there, full court pressure. And again, that's something Coach Kiefer has been talking about a lot. He's okay with the dead ball turnovers because they can still set up the pressure. Inbounds pass comes to Troy Green. Green guarded by Smith in the backcourt, and Green's going to get all of Smith he can handle in this one. So Smith Top of the key, dribbles far side wing, looking down low, can't find anybody. He'll hand it back near side to Robinson. Robinson guarded closely by Kirby. Lions starting 3 freshmen, a junior and a sophomore. A senior. No passes was down low to Myers. Myers skips it back near side to Green. Fakes the 3, takes a jumper just inside the arc, and that'll do it for the shot clock as the Lions come away with the rebound. Julian gets it up ahead. Caldwell can't find anybody and has to just throw it away, and now the Privateers have numbers. Back the other way, it's Carson, senior. Layup put up, no good. Offensive rebound, no put back up, and good by Jalen Key, and the Privateers get the first bucket of the game. Caldwell to Julian. Julian into the front court, near side to Kirby. Fakes the 3, lobs down low to Pop Jop. Jop working on the block. He'll back down, Jop, and we're going to get a foul on the floor called against the Privateers and Jalen Key. So, Key whistle for the first foul of the ball game. Lions looking for their 4th Southland Conference victory of the year. Inbounds pass, the jumper for Smith is good from the baseline, and the game is tied at 2. Pressure in the backcourt. Smith going to pick up Troy Green, 94 feet, and he's going to do that for whoever the ball handler is the entire game. Smith all over Green. To the top of the key, he takes the screen from Key. He'll dribble far side elbow, then kicks it out to Robinson for 3, and that's in and out, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Key. This one goes back up top to Carson, back out to Robinson. The 3 is buried this time. It's 5-2. So, early lead for UNO as they have the 5-2 lead. Julian, top of the key, takes a screen from Caldwell. He'll come back to the near side wing. Back over to the Pop Jop. Jop gives it over to Caldwell on the elbow. Back up top to Kirby. Back to Smith to Julian from the 3. The 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound cleared by UNO. And now, great play by Kirby. Drops it off for Caldwell. Caldwell goes up with it, but he gets his shot blocked. And UNO has it back. But nice second effort by Kirby. Quickly into the front court, Green. Green to the far side wing. We're going to get a foul away from the basketball against Pop Jop this time. He's going to be called for pushing Myers on the block. 17:38 first half. UNO 5, Southeastern 2. It probably won't be long before Ty Brewer will be into this ball game. Brewer, the leading scorer and rebounder for the Lions at 15 points and 7 rebounds. They look inbounds. They drop it inbound, and it is an easy layup for Jamal Myers, and it's 7-2 UNO. Julian, far side to Smith, fakes the 3. He'll go back up to Julian, and on cue, Ty Brewer on his way into the game at the next whistle. Julian, far side to Caldwell. Caldwell back near side to Kirby. Kirby will take a couple of dribbles with 14 to shoot. Kirby at the top of the key. New Orleans almost look like they're in a little bit of a zone here. Kirby over to Caldwell. Shot clock at 7. Back near side to Julian. Julian, good pass down low to Jop. Lays it up. He can't get it to go from point-blank range. And the rebound cleared by the Privateers as Myers races it into the front court. Comes to Green. Green working near side. Top of the key. He's cut off by Smith. Then drives right side. Shot put up. No good. And a foul going to be called against Caldwell in the first couple minutes of this ball game. Not starting off the way the Lions would have hoped. So Caldwell whistle for the foul. That's his first and the second team foul. And here comes Ty Brewer. And let's see who he's going to get. And then we're going to get Jeremiah Saunders into the game as well after the first free throw. Brewer and Saunders both sophomores. Saunders 6'3", 200-pounder from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Brewer 6'7", sophomore from Meridian, Mississippi, 210 pounds. So Kirby and Jop check in. Brewer and Saunders in. First free throw is good for the Privateers as they lead 8-2 with Troy Green at the free throw line. Second free throw, that one's good, and a good start for UNO, but here come the Lions, hopefully, as Julian gets it over to Brewer. Brewer into the front court to Smith. Smith and the Privateers picking up their pressure in the backcourt. Far side over to Smith, back to Julian. They'll give it near side to Saunders. Saunders takes a couple dribbles, then they go over to Brewer. Turnaround jumper from the near side. That's good. Long jumper by Brewer, but he makes that look so easy. 9-4 Southeastern. Inbounds pass comes to Robinson. Robinson up ahead to Carson. They get this one down low to Key. Layup put up. He traveled. Let's roll the other way. No, they're going to say a foul. So they're going to get Vaughn Julian for the foul and back to the free throw line. Going to put Jalen Key at the line. 9-4 UNO with the lead early in this one. Free throw up. This one is good for Key. 10-4 UNO. Second free throw. And that one is good for Key. Key averaging 8.7 on the year, 11-4 Privateers. Julian near side to Kirby. Kirby skips it back up top to Smith. Smith back to Saunders. He'll fire the three from the wing. That's no good. Rebound cleared by Bryson Robinson. Robinson up ahead to Green into the front court. He drives hard left side. Layup, reverse layup, put up and good. It's 13-4. Smith over to Julian. Julian back to Smith. He'll fire the three. Top of the key. That's no good. Rebound, one and done. And this one knocked away, but the Privateers come away with it as it's Bryson Robinson. Next dead ball takes us to the first media timeout. Robinson to the far side. He'll fake the three, then gets it into the corner to Green. They drop this one off down low to Key. That's knocked out of bounds by Southeastern. And we'll go to the first media timeout with the Privateers out and running. Lions need to get things turned around pretty quickly. Here's a trail 13-4 at the first media timeout. Back in a moment. This is Southeastern basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network. Not the best of starts for Southeastern as they trail 13-4 with 15:42 left in the first half, but obviously a long time to go in this one, and this Lions team might be more suitable to play from behind. Inbounds pass this one to Key. Key, little left-handed baby hook. That's good. 15-4. UNO off to a terrific start. Julian, top of the key. They'll stay in the zone. Butler, Laquan Butler into the game. Butler, the sophomore from Benton Harbor, Michigan. They'll go over to Julian. Julian back up top to Butler. Near side to Saunders. Fakes the three. Gets it down low to Caldwell. Back to Saunders. Saunders with 9 to shoot. They get this one to Julian. Julian drives into the lane. Gives it over to Brewer. He'll take the jumper from the near side. No good. Tipped up and fought for. There's Brewer. Comes away with it. Reverse layup put up and good. So what the Lions are going to need in this ball game. Second effort points. Nice job by Brewer. 15-6 in favor of UNO as Butler's going to pick up Green in the backcourt. Green, he'll take the screen by Key. He'll come back near side and then skips it far side over to Robinson. He'll take the three from the corner and buries it. Bryson Robinson knocks down the three. It's a 12-point lead for UNO early in this one. Julian over to Brewer. Brewer back to Saunders. Saunders near side to Julian. Julian to Butler. They get this from the Caldwell. Caldwell down low to Brewer. And he lays it in. Pretty pass from Caldwell to Brewer. Now the Lions just got to get a couple of stops. Inbounds pass knocked away by Brewer. Brewer gets it into Butler. Butler has it and gives it to Saunders. So Ty Brewer providing Southeastern with a little bit of energy. Pass over to Saunders. Back up top to Butler. This zone that the Privateers playing kind of slowing things down for the Lions. Pass near side. Saunders for three. Good. 18-11. UNO with the lead. Pressure in the backcourt. 14 minutes left in the first half. Southeastern trailing as Robinson will bring it into the front court. Guarded by Saunders. This game not quite the pace I was expecting. They get this one down low. The pass goes into the corner to Carson. Carson gets it back down low to Myers. Reverse layup up and good. They are moving the ball beautifully on the offensive end, all the Privateers, as Julian has it. Saunders working far side, back to Julian, over to Saunders, fires the three from the far side wing. The rebound After the three is no good, Bryson Robinson comes away with it. Robinson into the front court. Crossover dribble. Comes near side with it over to Carson. They drop it off down low to Myers. Myers back to Green. Green to the far side corner to Carson. Jumper is no good. Rebound by Brewer. Brandon Gonzalez going to check in at the next dead ball. Saunders has it into the front court. Drives baseline. Kicks it into the corner. Throws it away right into the hands of Robinson. Robinson will race it into the front court behind his back. And to the top of the key. Gets it into the far side corner of the green, left wide open for three, and he buries it. And this is not what Coach David Keeper had in mind. 23-11 in favor of the Privateers as the Lions trail this one by 12 with 12:55 to go in the first half. So we'll stay right with it as we're not far from the media timeout, but UNO has come out just on fire as they're 8 of 11 from the field in the first 7 minutes for 73%. 3 or 4 from the three-point line, 4 or 4 from the free throw line. Everybody seems to shoot their best and do all the little things right against the Lions this year for whatever reason. But still plenty of time to go as this is Lions have done the exact same thing, gotten off to a great start, and things have turned. So maybe they can do the exact same thing to UNO. Butler has it. Lions trail by 12. Brewer into the front court to Smith. Back to Butler. Gonzalez into the game. The 6'6" junior from Punta Gorda, Florida. Butler hands this one to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Smith. Smith at the top of the key, guarded closely by that's number 2, Lamont Berzat, who just checked in. And this one back to Gonzalez. They'll get it down low to Job with 8 seconds to shoot. Up top, left open Butler for 3, and that is no good. Rebound tipped up, and it is knocked out of bounds by Southeastern. Number 2, Lamont Berzat, 5'6" junior from New Orleans, Louisiana, Landry Walker High School. 12:26 to go in the first half. Lions trailing by 12, 23-11. Inbounds pass to Berzat. Berzat guarded by Butler. Butler in his hip pocket. Lions got to get some stops here, though, as the Privateers have come out shooting darts. 72% from the field. Pass near side over to Jarrell Gates just into the game. Three-pointer from the corner. Robinson. That's good. Robinson again knocks it down. 26-11. Pass far side to Smith. Smith back up top to Butler. Butler. And this one knocked away and stolen. And the Privateers have it. Robinson over to Berzat. Berzat. Crossover dribble. Gives it back up top to Myers. Myers back to Berzat. The Privateers shooting 75%. Knocked away and stolen by Butler. Butler will take it the length of the floor, then drops it off for Jop, who lays it up and in. Nicely done by Butler. Lions just, with the way the Privateers are shooting, they're just going to have to get in their chest and force them to play a little more physical. Berzat has it. Kills his dribble. Nowhere to go with it. Lions don't want to let him catch what they do. As this one goes to Myers. Myers gets it back, and then this one almost knocked away and stolen, but it goes into the hands of Berzat. Then it's stolen away by Pop Jop. Nice job by the Lions. As Smith brings it into the front court. Lions trailing by 13, 26-13. Next dead ball to our second media timeout. Butler, top of the key. Lions look like they're starting to get a little bit of rhythm now. Back over to Gonzalez for 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped and fought for, and it's Bryson Robinson coming away with it. Robinson into the front court to Berzat. Berzat to Carson. Carson stopped nicely by Gonzalez. It goes back to Robinson. Robinson with 20 to shoot. Dribbles to the near side wing. Back to Gates. Gates at the free throw line. Back to Robinson. Fires the 3, and he buries it. I will be. Bryson Robinson hitting everything within sight. It's a 16-point lead. Bryson Robinson hitting three-pointers like they're layups. Didn't know that he was that kind of three-point shooter. This one almost knocked away, but Butler gets it back. Butler down low to Ty Brewer, and Brewer slams it home. $14-point deficit. Still plenty of time for the Lions to get back in this, and obviously the Privateers not going to shoot 75% for the game, as this one almost knocked away by Brewer, but it goes back to Gates. Gates to the free throw line, comes back near side to Green. Or make that Robinson, I'm sorry. Robinson to the near side, gets it to Gates on the baseline. Good defense by Pop Job, 7 seconds to shoot. They'll get this one to number 24, that's Rodney Carson Jr., the freshman. Gets it to go, it's 31-15. UNO just flawless offensively. Butler over to Smith. Smith to Jop, he'll drive baseline, and he gives it to Gonzalez, left wide open for 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound, Jop goes back up with it, puts it up, no good, but a foul called, and that'll take us to the media timeout. We are way past the media timeout. The under 12 media timeout, and we're going to it with 9:15 left in the half. So Southeastern in some trouble here early, trailing 31-15 with 9:15 left in the first half. We're back in a moment. This is Southeastern men's basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network. UNO with the early lead as they are on fire from the field. 11 of 14, 5 of 6 from the three-point line, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. I don't know that the line, I mean, there's been some good looks at the, open looks, but for the most part, the Lions have been contesting, and Privateers just continue to knock shot after shot after shot after shot after shot down, in case you didn't get the point. Jobst, free throw coming, free throws. First free throw up, short, way short. Jobst, second free throw. This one, nothing but net, so 31-16. I'll tell you what, though, the Lions don't seem fazed by this early deficit. Berzat has it, races it into the front court, gets this one down low to Gates. Gates loses it, but it goes out of bounds off the foot of Gonzalez. With 9:08 left here in the first half, Southeastern trailing 31-16 to the UNO Privateers. If you're just joining us, the Privateers are shooting 79% from the field. Early in this one, 11 of 14. This one pass comes in, bounce, knocked away and stolen by Caldwell. Caldwell on the run out, he'll take it and lay it up, and no good, but a foul called as he was hit hard from behind. Looked like a pretty reasonably clean play by Jamal Myers. He went for the ball, did not allow Caldwell to get the easy dunk, and that'll put Caldwell at the free throw line. So they're obviously going to get the two shots, but they're going to take a look at the monitor and see if they're going to go with a flagrant foul. I'd be a wishful thinking fan to say that that's what they're going to go with, because I thought that Myers seemed to make a somewhat clean play on the basketball, but I don't know. As they take a look at it, Lions trailing 31-16. A couple of free throws coming for Caldwell after the review. Caldwell shooting 57% from the free throw line, 16 of 28. I don't know. These are always tough to say because They're always looking for excessive contact or anything that they feel is not a quote unquote basketball play, and I don't know. But then again, okay, so the official comes to the near side, and it is indeed a common foul, and I think he got it right. Didn't see anything malicious from Myers on the foul. Just went up there and challenged Caldwell, and he hit him, so common foul it is. Caldwell's first free throw is up, and it is in. 31-17. Lions just slowly but surely trying to get back in this one. Going to have to use some defense, though, to get back in and get some stops. But, again, I don't know that it's the defense to – they're shooting 79% from the field, and for the at least 10 or 11 of those, the Lions have really actually played pretty good defense. Caldwell's second free throw is up, and this one is good. 31-18. Lions will get a chance to set up their pressure. And nowhere to go with it, but they do get it into Robinson just ahead of the 5-second count, and he'll bring it into the front court, guarded by Julian, the two seniors. Here comes the Lions and Smith, and they've got Robinson trapped, but he's able to get it near side to Burzat, left open for three. That one's well short, but he gets his own rebound. Burzat gives it near side over to Key. Key bounces down low, and this one will go out of bounds off the foot. No, they're going to say it went off of Smith. Thought it went off the foot of Key, but it'll stay with UNO with 14 to shoot. 8:42 to go until halftime. UNO by 13, 31-18. Inbounds pass to Jarrell Gates. Gates gets it over to Green. Green guarded by Gonzalez near the top of the key. Going to try to isolate Gonzalez, but this one will come back near side to Robinson, guarded by Julian. Back up top to Gates. 2 seconds to shoot and that'll do it for the shot clock as the shot clock runs out. Shot did not hit the rim. Good defense again by the Lions. So, a couple of good possessions defensively, and maybe the Privateers starting to cool off from the field. Lions trail this one by 13, 31-18. Gonzalez, far side over to Caldwell. Caldwell hands it to Julian. Julian will dribble it back to the top of the key, looking for Gonzalez on the far side corner. Gonzalez, nowhere to go, but then dribbles out of the corner, gets it down low to pop, drop, layup put up, no good, but a foul as he was pushed from behind on his way to the basket. And that should be in the act of shooting as they're going to get number 15, Jalen Key, and they do say 2 shots. Second personal on him. That's the 14th foul as we're just seconds away from the under 8 media timeout. Lions chipping slowly their way back in. Jobs free throw is no good. That has not been the strength of this Lions basketball team this year, unfortunately, as they rank at the bottom of the conference in free throw shooting and didn't do themselves any favors Wednesday night, shooting 5 of 16 at Central Arkansas. Second free throw, that's off the back iron, no good as well. Rebound cleared by the Privateers as it'll go to Green. Green into the front court, top of the key, takes the screen from Gates. Green back near side to Key. Key drives into the lane. Shot put up. No good. Count it. Let's go the other way on the charge. Nicely done by Nick Caldwell as it'll be number 15. Jalen Key called for the charge. That'll take us to the under 8 media timeout. 7:54 to go first half. UNO 31, Southeastern 18. Back in a moment. This is Southeastern men's basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network. 7:54 to go first half. Lions trailing 31-18 with the basketball. The Privateers came out scorching as they made 11 of their first 14 from the field, but have missed their last couple. A little pressure in the backcourt by the Privateers. Caldwell gets it back over to Smith. Smith into the front court. Smith back to Caldwell. A little half-court trap by the Privateers. Nicely done, but the Lions able to handle it. Kirby, top of the key, goes far side to Caldwell. Hand it back to Julian. 10 seconds to shoot. Julian at the top of the key. Looking down low. He's going to have to create. Shot clock winding down with 6, with 5, 3, 2. Smith, as the shot clock expires, that's no good. Offensive rebound, though. The Brewer, he can't get it to go. And the rebound is cleared by the Privateers. Into the front court, Green. Crossover dribble to the top of the key. Cut off nicely by Kirby. Green, far side, gives it back up top to Myers. Near side wing to Carson. Back up top to Green. Far side to Gates. He drives right side. Shot put up. Let's go the other way again. Nick Caldwell, nicely done. Takes the charge. 7:04 to go first half. Nick Caldwell with a couple of nice defensive plays, taking charges on back-to-back possessions. Smith will push it the other way. Lions just need to get in a little bit of sync offensively. This 2-3 zone of UNO kind of bothering the Lions at least early. Julian looking, kills his dribble, comes near side to Smith. Smith back up top to Julian. 15 seconds to shoot. He'll take the screen from Caldwell. Will Julian lobs it back door to Brewer, slams it down. Pretty pass from Julian to Brewer, and the Lions cut it to 11. Knocked away and stolen. No, somehow Robinson able to keep it and skips it into the front court to Gates. Gates, far side wing, back up top to Myers. Myers back over to Robinson. Free throw line jumper. This one is put up, no good. Nice defense by Julian. It's knocked away, but it goes right to Gates, but then the shot is blocked by Smith, and it's stripped by Smith. What a couple of plays by Byron Smith on that possession, and the Lions bring it the other way. Pass goes down low to Nick Caldwell. Caldwell goes up with it, lays it up, no good, tips it back up and in. It's down to 9. Boy, what a terrific defensive sequence, though, by Byron Smith as he gets the shot block and the steal. And the pass goes into the front court. This one to Gates. Shot put up, no good. Rebound ripped down by Brewer. Nicely done as he contests and gets the rebound. Into the front court, Kirby fires a 3 from the wing, no good. Rebound fought for, and this one goes to Troy Green. Green will race it into the front court. Lions starting to get some rhythm. Green into the near side corner to Robinson. Fires a 3 from the corner, good. Wow. Robinson single-handedly doing the work for the Privateers. Brewer spins into the lane, takes a free throw line jumper, and that one's good. 10-point game, 34-24. Brewer with 10 points now. Byron Smith is the guy, though, if you want this team to be energized. Pass goes near side to Carson. Of course, you give a lot of credit to Ty Brewer. Robinson, he has it down low, and the reach-in foul going to be called against the Lions. This one will go against Nick Caldwell. 4:59 to go, first half. Lions trail by 10. Gonzalez, Jop, and Saunders come back in. Kirby, let's see. Kirby, Caldwell, and who all checks out? Brewer, okay. So Kirby, Caldwell, and Brewer out. Jop, Saunders, Gonzalez back in. Green inbounds it to Gates, guarded by Gonzalez with 18 to shoot. He'll get it back to Carson. Carson guarded by Saunders. Pass far side to Robinson. Shot clock at 10. Back up top to Gates. Gates guarded by Gonzalez. This one comes near side over to Carson. They'll pass it down low to Myers. Myers spin shot put up and good in the lane. 36-24. 4:37 to go in the first half. Lions just trying to get a couple of stops as the Privateers just pretty good game plan here. Pass near side to Saunders. Saunders back up top to Julian. Gets it into the lane. Gonzalez left open for 3. Saunders fires a 3. He buries it. Back to single digits. 36-27. Back the other way. And the shot. Oh, no, they're going to call a block. Boy, looked like Pop Jop took that one right in the chest. And Jop going to be whistled for the blocking foul. On the pass, they're going to call it, though. Brewer will come in for Jop. No, let's see, who's coming out? Smith's going to come out for just a minute. And I probably mean literally a minute, and he'll be back in. It'll be the Privateers basketball. Number 0, Raekwon Brown, 6'3", freshman guard from Charlotte, North Carolina, into the game. And what do we have? Oh, blocking foul called. Everything seems right to me. So they'll inbound it under their own basket on the far side. Brown does get it into Robinson. Robinson will dribble it back up top, guarded by Julian. Pass comes near side to Carson. Back up top to Myers. Myers far side to Robinson. Robinson waves it around up top to Brown. Brown, good closeout by Gonzalez. Brown with the shot clock at 10. They'll give it to Robinson on the clear out. Robinson, they'll come and try to trap him. This one goes far side to Gates. He'll take the baseline jumper. That's no good. Offensive rebound, though. Put back up. No good. It's knocked away as the Lions come away with it. Couldn't see who got their hand on it, but Jop comes away with the loose ball. Julian gets it down low. Great pass to Brewer, and he goes up, and he's fouled. And he'll shoot free throws after the under 4 media timeout. Great pass by Julian down low to Brewer. He'll shoot free throws with 3:40 left in the first half. Southeastern trails 36-27. We're back in a moment. This is Southeastern basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network.
We're on site at 15043 Woodstone Drive. Creekwood Townhomes, proud sponsor of Lion Athletics. Line up!
Lions creeping their way back into this one. They trailed by as much as 16 here in the first half, but have rallied to cut it to single digits, and they'll have free throws with Ty Brewer at the line. Privateers shooting 13 of 22 from the field after starting 11 of 16. Lions 11 out of 24 from the field for 45%. Brewers free throws up, and Brewers free throws nothing but net for the sophomore from Meridian, Mississippi. Brewer 41 of 62 from the free throw line for 66%. He knocks them both down. So Lions back within 7, 36-29 as Green brings it into the front court. Guarded closely by Julian. Boy, nice job by Brewers. They heads with him, and then the great job as the Lions rotate, and the steal by Saunders. Back the other way, Brewer layup put up no good, but he's fouled. He'll go back to the line. But I'll tell you what, Ty Brewer and Vaughn Julian, ever since the Lions got down by 16, you can see the extra urgency in their play as they're trying to put this team on their back and rally back, no pun intended. Hey, radio broadcasting is just like basketball. When you're rolling, the rhythm is there, and it all just flows for you. So the first free throw is good. Like that pun just rolled off the tongue like it was nothing. 36-30, UNO with the lead. 3:23 to go here in the first half. Brewer coming off the bench in this one, and it doesn't matter for him if he comes off the bench or not. Second free throw is good. It's down to 5, 15 points, make that 16 for Brewer. 36-31, Green bring it into the front court, guarded by Brewer, and Brewer can guard 94 feet if he has to. There's no problem there. Green, near side wing, guarded closely by Brewer. Brewer all over Green, making things difficult for him. It goes back up top to Brown. Brown, crossover dribble. He'll back it out. Comes near side with it to Green. Green with 5 seconds to shoot. Nowhere to go with it. Green with 2 seconds with 1 as the shot clock expires. That one's off the front iron. No good. Rebound cleared by Brewer. And here come the Lions with a chance to cut it to 1 possession. Julian, front court. Top of the key to Saunders. Saunders looking, and the Lions methodical in the offensive end. And I like this. Julian dribbles into the lane. Little floater from 10 feet. And that one is no good. Rebound tipped and it goes into the hands of Rodney Carson. Carson, Robinson, three-pointer near side, that's good. Dang. Bryson Robinson single-handedly keeping this thing in UNO's favor. Three-pointer from the corner, 39-31. Julian over to Saunders, fires the 3 from the wing, no good. The rebound tipped and fought for. This one's going to go out of bounds off of UNO. So, Southeastern will have it, trailing by 8. Inbounds pass comes to Saunders. He drops it off down low to Job. Shot put up, no good. No foul call. Coach David Kiefer stunned. This one backdoor. The layup put up and no good, but a foul going to be called. So the Lions catch a bad break on one end and can catch another one on the other end. No foul on either side for Southeastern. And that'll put Rodney Carson back at the free throw line. With 2 minutes to go here in the first half, it's a 39-31 UNO lead. So Robinson came into the game as a 34% three-point shooter. Free throw is up and good. And Robinson is 6 of 7 from the three-point line here in the first half. Second free throw rolls in. It's back to 10. So Robinson with 18 points all on three-pointers, and that's the difference in the game. Brewer over to Gonzalez. Skips it near side to Kirby. Kirby back to Julian. Brewer far side to Gonzalez. He's left open. Takes a baseline jumper and buries it. Back to 8. 1:40 to go in the half. Lions hanging around despite the Privateers' red-hot shooting here in the first half. Knocked away by Brewer. He's got the steal. Brewer gives it to Julian, and we're going to get a backcourt violation. Golly. Brewer deserved that one, but a tough break there as he gets the backcourt violation. He tipped it to Julian, who was in the backcourt, but a great hustle play by Brewer with 1:29 to go in the first half. 41-33, Southeastern trails. So, they wipe the perspiration off of half court, as you see happen regularly, and then a timeout going to be called. We'll stay with it right here. Lions trailing 41-33. They've cut the lead in half. They trailed by as much as 16, but Ty Brewer came into the game and has been just a beast. 16 points on 5 rebounds, 6 of 8 shooting. Been getting to the rim and getting to the free throw line. Got a couple of offensive rebounds. He's got a steal. You see what kind of athletic phenom he is. And then on the flip side of things, you look over at UNO and first-team all-conference selection, Bryson Robinson. He is lighting it up from the three-point line. He's 6 of 8 from the field, 6 of 7 from beyond the arc for 18 points. And, I don't even know that it's poor defense. I don't think it's been bad defense on Robinson. I mean, I don't know how much if you're Coach David Kiefer or really any head coach, you don't teach your guys to learn an overly contested a three-pointer. You put your hand up and make things difficult, and the Lions have done that against Robinson. He's just hitting everything he shoots from out there. So back to action. Pass comes near side to Carson. Carson gives it back to Robinson. Guarded by Kirby. Far side wing over to Green. Green back up top to Robinson. Robinson dribbles to the near side. Robinson guarded closely by Kirby. The 3, that one's way off. Front iron. Good defense by Kirby. Brewer has it to Jop. Jop layup, and we're going to get a charge. Did not appear that Troy Green was anywhere close to set, but they give him the charge anyway, and it goes back to the Privateers with 1:05 to go. 41-33, Southeastern trailing, inbounds pass to Robinson. He cuts the corner, and now they've got numbers. Robinson drops it off down low. What a play from behind by Butler, but a foul call. They thought it looked like he got all ball from here, but that will put the Privateers at the free throw line. So it'll be number 10, Jarrell Gates at the line with a chance to put it back to 10. Boy, Butler skied there and looked like he pinned Gates' shot against the window, but the official saw it another way. Shot put up, and this one is good. Byron Smith checks back in for Southeastern. 59.9 seconds to go in the first half. Second free throw. This one is good. Back to 10 in favor of the Privateers. Butler splits the trap, gets into the front court to Brewer. Back to Butler. Lions just want to keep it under, keep it under double digits going into the halftime, and I think they'll be okay in the second half. Smith back up top to Butler. Butler near side. Gonzalez fires the three, and that's no good. Rebound fought for, and we're going to get a loose ball. It's going to go out of, no, it doesn't go out of bounds. Somehow Gates saves it, and it's to Robinson. Robinson, and he'll bring it into the front court with 23 on the shot clock. 6 seconds difference between the shot clock and game clock as Green has it. They'll give it to Robinson. Robinson, top of the key, back to Green. 13 to shoot, Green. They're going to wind this thing down as much as possible. Brandon Gonzalez doing a good job, though, getting physical with Robinson. Green gives this one. Scoop layup, put up, no good. Rebound cleared by the Lions, and Caldwell. Plenty of time, 6 seconds to shoot. Smith, top of the key, gives it out to Butler. Back to Caldwell. Caldwell from way downtown, no good. Caldwell slammed to the ground, no call, and we'll go to halftime as the Lions trail 43-33 at the half. So, Lions competed hard to get back into the ball game, and just a couple of big shots by the Privateers to keep the Lions at bay. Halftime, 43-33 lead for the Privateers. Back in a moment. This is Southeastern basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network.
What do you love most about being a student athlete at Southeastern?
So I chose teammates for life because on our golf team, nobody's from the same spot, but the friendships we've made, once we graduate, I know we'll always be friends, we'll always see each other, we'll always come back and visit.
The Southland Conference, 13 member institutions, over 4,200 student athletes, achieving success in the classroom while excelling in 19 NCAA Division I sports and making a difference through serving others and giving back to the community. Determination, hard work, commitment, excellence, and collaboration. Together, we are Southeastern!
Three-point line, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Inside the arc, though, they were just 7 of 16. They did out-rebound the Lions 17-10 in the first half and had 10 assists on 14 field goals. But, almost half of this was because of first-team preseason all-conference Bryson Robinson, who hit 6 3-pointers in the first half alone. But take a look at the rest of UNO. 18 for Robinson, 7 for Troy Green, 6 for Jalen Key, 6 for Jamel Myers, 4 points for Rodney Carson. They shoot 14 of 26 from the field and commit 8 turnovers. Southeastern led by Ty Brewer with 16 points and 6 rebounds, 6 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And let's see, 6 points for Jeremiah Saunders with a couple of 3-pointers. 4 points for Nick Caldwell with a couple of rebounds. 3 points for Pop Jop. 2 points for Byron Smith and 2 for Brandon Gonzalez. So Lions shooting 12 of 30 from the field, 2 of 13 from the 3-point line, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Just 6 turnovers for Southeastern, but just got to start getting some points in the paint as the Lions would, well, I guess they're doing okay in that category. Neither team doing a whole lot in there. 12 points for Southeastern in the paint, 12 for UNO, so they kind of cancel each other out there, but just got to get some stops and continue to do what they're doing offensively because, again, most of what UNO did was on the perimeter, and they're not really a three-point shooting team, but they were in the first half as they shot 7 of 10 from there. So anyway, we'll see how things go in the second half. An eternity left to go in this ball game, and I feel like the Lions, find a way to get this one done, hopefully here in the next hour or so, and come away with a come-from-behind victory. But we'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and take you around the Southland Conference, let you know what's going on in the rest of the conference action this afternoon. This is Southeastern Basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Coverage of Lion Athletics on the Southeastern Sports Radio Network is brought to you by Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction. John and Georgianne Petit, along with all of the employees of Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction, are proud supporters of Lion Athletics and wish each team the very best of luck this season. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is open to licensed dealers only and is located at 18310 Woodscale Road in Hammond. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is on the web at www.lafcaa.com.
You've probably been told that study drugs are harmless, right? Maybe your peers agree. Selling them your prescription drugs doesn't make you a drug dealer, but does it? The truth of the matter is selling drugs of any kind, prescription or not, is absolutely illegal and can land you a spot in jail. Before you start thinking...
Back to the University Center. Halftime as the Lions trail UNO 43-33. 6 3-pointers from Bryson Robinson of UNO. The difference in this ball game, 18 points for the senior preseason first-team All-Southland, as he has been tearing it up from beyond the arc. Anyway, let's take you around the rest of the conference while we've got a few minutes. Central Arkansas with a remarkable comeback as they now lead Northwestern State 68-62. They trailed by 16 at halftime, but they've outscored the Demons 41-19 in the second half. Lamar leading McNeese. McNeese's 7-game winning streak in jeopardy as they trail 71-62 at home to the Cardinals. And then, of course, UNO leading Southeastern here 43-33 at the half. Stephen F. Boston and Sam Houston going to start at 5:30. The University of Incarnate Word and Abilene Christian at 7 o'clock. A&M Corpus Christi, Houston Baptist also at 7 as the Lions try to rally back in this one. As it's just been, I don't really think the Lions have been bad in this game. You just 7 3-pointers will make things a little difficult for you. And I thought for the most part the 3-pointers were contested. So anyway, while we still got a few minutes, let's go through a couple of announcements. The clear bag policy to increase public safety. Southeastern Athletics has instituted the clear bag policy for all ticketed athletic events. The policy mirrors the safety precautions taken upon entrance to professional and collegiate sporting venues throughout the country. More information about the new Lion Clear policy is available at lionsports.net/clear. Lions Game Day Experience app. Enjoy digital access to Southeastern player bio, schedules, live scoring updates, social media feeds, and much more. The new mobile app, which provides for custom notifications and support for audio and video broadcasts, is available for download in the App Store and Google Play. A download link is also available at lionsports.net/app. Inside Southeastern Basketball returns again this Monday. Show number 5 from Rainbow Daiquiris at 14384 West Thomas Street, as we'll talk with Lions head coach David Keeper and host Alan Waddell as they cover the finer points of tonight's game against UNO and a recap Wednesday's game against Central Arkansas. Then they'll prepare you for next week's games as the Lions will host Houston Baptist next Wednesday night and then travel to San Antonio to face the University of Incarnate Word Saturday night. If you can't join the crowd, you can submit a question at lionsports.net for the quote Ask the Coach segment. Inside Southeastern Basketball with David Kiefer each Monday night during the Southland Conference schedule on the Southeastern Sports Network. So the Lions and the Privateers here at halftime. If you're just joining us, it's a 43-33 lead in favor of the Privateers. North Oaks Health, tip of the game. From fractures and total joint replacements to carpal tunnel syndrome and athletic injuries, Plaza Orthopedics, a clinic of North Oaks Physician Group, offers a full range of services to help you get back in the game. Learn more at northoaks.org. So, a couple of minutes to go until we start the second half. For those of you just tuning in, it was, again, the Privateers jumped out, and they jumped out big. They had a 15-4 lead out of the gate, knocked down 7 3-pointers in the first half. 6 of those were by Bryson Robinson, the preseason first-team All-Southland. The Lions were able to get back in the ball game and cut it to as little as a 5-point game, and then a couple of plays down the stretch of the first half by the Privateers, able to keep them at least an arm's length from the Lions as they have a 10-point lead here at halftime. So we'll take another break and come back, and we'll be just about ready to go for the second half. This is Southeastern men's basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network. What now? Welcome back to the University Center. Halftime as the Lions trail the University of New Orleans Privateers 43-33. New Orleans shot 14 of 26 in the first half for 54%. Started 11 out of 14 for 80%. Fortunately, the Lions clamped down defensively and able to allow themselves to get back in the ball game, but a couple of big threes by Bryson Robinson able to keep the Lions at bay, as Robinson with 18 points and 5 rebounds in the first half. For Southeastern, Ty Brewer with 16 points and 6 of 8 from the field, 4-4 from the free throw line, and 6 rebounds. So been kind of a two-man show for the most part, Ty Brewer versus Bryson Robinson, but hopefully here in the second half it'll be all Lions and they can come away with a much-needed victory here at home against the UNO Privateers as we're just about set to begin the second half. I'm Chris Salim from the beautiful University Center in Hammond, America. Saturday afternoon doubleheader action. For those of you that are just joining us, the Southeastern women victorious over the UNO Privateers, 73-57, the fourth consecutive victory for the Lady Lions as they continue to move their way up in the Southland Conference standings as they're now 6-5 in league play. A game out of 5th place as they're trying to get to the Southland Conference tournament for the first time since the 2011 and 2012 season. But that takes us back to this one. The Southeastern men trying to pick up a victory here today. It's not going to be particularly easy as they trail by 10 to start the second half. It'll be Privateers basketball to start the half. Privateers going to move left to right in the second half as this one comes inbounds to Green. Green guarded closely by Smith. They'll come near side to Gates. Jarrell Gates. Gates back to Smith. And Green kills the dribble and comes back near side over to Carson. Back to Green. Green to Robinson. Robinson with 10 seconds to shoot. Guarded by Julian. Pass back near side to Myers. Myers over to Carson. Shot clock winding down with 3 seconds to shoot. The jumper from the baseline is good. Jarrell Gates gets the jumper to go as, God, that's just deflating. The Lions played a great defensive possession, and then New Orleans able to get the shot to go as the shot clock expired. 12-point lead for the Privateers as they'll stay in this 2-3 zone. Smith to Julian. Back to Smith. Near side to Kirby. Kirby into the lane to Brewer. Turnaround jumper. That's no good. Rebound tipped. It goes right back to Julian. Had it blocked from behind, and then it's taken away by the Privateers, and they'll get it back. Nicely done. It went out of bounds. Knocked out by the Lions. Pressure. Good pressure inbound. They'll get it inbounds to Green, and he'll bring it into the front court. Lions definitely need a couple of stops here. They just don't want to end up down 15 or 20 right out the gate. Green drives into the lane, gets it down low, and the layup is put up and good. Pretty move by Green as they get it to Gates. It's a 14-point deficit. Lions trail here early in the second half. Julian dribbles to the far side. Gets it down low. Caldwell, layup put up, no good. Rebound cleared. A lot of contact, but nothing called as this one will go to Myers. Myers into the front court, Robinson. Robinson dribbles right side, drives in, kicks it near side. Three-pointer left open, and that's no good. Offensive rebound, Robinson, and we're going to get a foul, and a foul called against Southeastern as the Privateers bench is all fired up. Foul's going to go against Julian as they'll take it out under their own basket on the near side. Pass comes inbounds to Myers. Myers over to Green. Green guarded by Smith. Green far side to Robinson. Robinson down low. Green. Green can't find a way to go with it. Shot knocked out of bounds by the Lions. Good defense, though, as it'll go back to the Privateers with 9 seconds to shoot. Butler will come inbounds for Smith. And we're going to get a foul away from the basketball and go the other way. Look like a moving screen by Jamel Myers. So Julian will bring it into the front court quickly. 2 minutes gone by here in the second half. 47-33. UNO Lions with a hill to climb. Pass far side to Butler. Butler back up top to Julian. Julian into the lane to Caldwell. Caldwell back out to Butler. This 2-3 zone has been tough for the Lions for some reason today. Butler. And UNO hadn't been that active with it. Three-point jumper from the near side. That's no good. Caldwell can't get it to go. Rebound cleared by Bryson Robinson, and it'll go into the hands of Green. Lions not going to quit, though, for sure. I mean, there's way too much time to go in this game. Pass goes far side to Gates. Gates back over to Myers. Myers drives right side. Shot put up off the glass and good. And Julian will bring it the other way. Julian to Butler. And a timeout called. As the Privateers with a gigantic lead here early in the second half as they lead 49-33 with 17 left in the ball game. So updates real quick as the Cardinals of Lamar continuing to pull away from McNeese. They lead 78-62 with 7:40 to go in that one. Central Arkansas about to complete the comeback against Northwestern as they lead 74-68 with 9 seconds to go. And then obviously this one here not going well at all as all of a sudden UNO has turned into the preseason conference favorites that many thought they were going to be throughout this year, and they have not been to this point. And tonight they look like a 30-win team. So hopefully the Lions have an answer for it here in the second half. But right now they've got a long way to go as it's a 16-point deficit. Privateers shooting 16 of 30 from the field. The Lions shooting 12 of 32. And that's it's just been the issue of not getting to the basket or getting to the paint. And Max Starwood not being able to play today with a concussion is a big part of this as well. I mean, his size would be huge in a game like this. So we'll come out of the timeout. Lions will have the basketball. And Kirby will get it into Butler. Butler, far side to Julian. Julian back to Butler. Butler fakes it, back to Julian. Julian to Butler. Butler going to try to split the defense. Dribbles to the near side, then skips it back to Julian. Julian to Kirby. Kirby looking down low, gets it down low to Caldwell. Caldwell to Brewer, back outside to Butler. Butler, 5 seconds to shoot, gets it down low, then it's knocked away. And this one will be down low. Nope, it's a turnover. They try to get it to Gates. Try to get it down low, but Gates steals it. This one the other way. Shot blocked by Brewer, but then it goes right to Gates, who picks it up for the easy layup. And that's just a microcosm of how things have gone for the Lions. A great play by Brewer, and then a break for the Privateers. Three-pointer top of the key. The three-pointer is off the front iron, no good. Rebound goes to Julian. Julian goes back up with it. Shot put up, no good. There's the offensive rebound, though, by Nick Caldwell. Is he able to put it back up and in? 51-35 in favor of the Privateers. Good defense by Brewers. This one will come back to Jarrell Gates. Gates gets it far side to Green. Green to the free throw line to Carson. Carson spins into the lane. Good defense. This one's on the floor. Loose ball. And it goes out of bounds off of the Privateers. That'll take us to the first media timeout. 15:58 to go in the second half. Southeastern with a long way to go as they trail 51-35. This is Southeastern basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network. 51-35, Southeastern trailing at the first immediate timeout of the second half, as just going to have to get some stops on the defensive end here and get back into this ball game. There's still plenty of time left, though, and this team, the way that they're capable of shooting from the three-point line is capable. So let's see if they've got it in them. Gonzalez gets it into the front court to Brewer, far side to Smith. Smith working, fakes the three, up top to Julian. Julian, near side wing to Saunders. Saunders looking around and goes back to Julian. Julian to Saunders. Saunders in the corner of the Brewer. He'll take the three. Bang! Knocks it down. Ty Brewer with 19 points to lead the Lions. Actually, I think he leads all scorers now. 13-point game. 51-38 UNO as Green brings it into the front court. Guarded closely by Smith. He'll take the screen by Gates. Green gives it over to Key. Key, far side corner back to Carson. Back up top to Green. He'll dribble in the near side wing. Cut off nicely by Brewer, and the reach-in foul called. So Brewer call for the foul. That is his first, second team foul. Green has it, far side, gets it into the corner of the Carson. They go down low to Key. Key trying to go somewhere with that. Partially blocked from behind by Gonzalez, and the Lions, here they come. Julian in front court, little crossover dribble, puts the shot up and in. Down to 11, 51-40. Lions starting to get a couple stops. Nice little Euro step by Julian there as the Lions trying to crawl their way back into this one. Make that Green far side over to Robinson. He'll dribble to the top. Then crossover dribble, gets it in the near side corner. They get it down low to Gates. The jumper is put up and good. Jarrell Gates. 53-40. Julian back the other way. Crossover dribble to the top of the key. He will come near side. Brewer will fire another three, and that's no good. Rebound cleared by Gates. Gates gets it up ahead to Carson. Carson down low to Key. Good defense again, but this time, no, the jumper is no good by Gates, and the Lions come away with it. Saunders gives it to Julian. Pace of the second half pretty good, to say the least, as Julian has it, lobs it back door to Brewer, and he slams it down. Pretty pass again, and Brewer and Julian connect for the second time today. 53-42, 14 minutes to go. Robinson walks it into the front court, drives right side, and he's cut off nicely by Gonzalez. He'll take the jumper from the near side. That's no good. Rebound tipped and fought for. We're going to get a loose ball foul against Saunders. So, foul going to be called against Jeremiah Saunders. That is his first, 13th foul. Caldwell and Jop going to check back in. Jop got to be careful with 3 fouls. So Robinson to inbound underneath this basket on the far side. They get it into Lamont Brissett, who just checked back in. Brissett at the top of the key, guarded closely by Smith. And we're going to get a foul this time away from the ball on Vaughn Julian. That'll be his third. So Robinson looking inbounds. Knocked away. Looked like Robinson just kind of, he wanted to go to the near side with it and then changed his mind and dropped it out of bounds for the turnover. So Southeastern has it. 53-42. Julian with a basketball. Southeastern trying to cut it to single digits with 13.5 to go. Pass far side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez down low to Caldwell. Caldwell goes up with it strong. Layup put up no good. Rebound fought for it. Goes back to Caldwell. Caldwell goes back up and gets it to go. Boy, Caldwell had to work hard for that one, but it's back to single digits. 53-44. Brissett, front court. Smith waiting for him at the half-court line. He'll be all over him, and there he is. Pass. They'll dribble to the near side. They go back up top to Key. Key hands it off to Brissett. Brissett dribbles to the far side. Looking far side, they go with it over to Robinson. They'll bounce this one down low to Key, and then they're going to get a touch foul on Job, number 4, and he'll have to. May have to come out, but I'm not sure how they're going to play it. So Job going to stay in. That's 4. Pass comes inbounds to Jalen Key. He'll give it back to Brissett. Brissett guarded by Julian. Goes far side with it over to Carson. Carson back up top to Key, near side to Robinson. He drives baseline. He's cut off nicely by Smith. Near side jumper Key. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound cleared Caldwell. And the Lions slowly getting back into this ball game, trailing by 9. Gonzalez fakes the three, gets it down low, then it's stolen as he threw it into traffic, knocked away. And here come the Privateers with numbers. Robinson takes it the length of the floor and lays it in. Back to 11. Lions just can't quite keep it going as a sarcastic clap from Rodney Carson Jr. Julian gets it down low to Caldwell. Caldwell back to Gonzalez. They skip it. This one almost knocked away and stolen, but it goes far side to Jop. Jop goes up with it, and they throw it right into the hands of Rodney Carson. And here comes Jarrell Gates. Gates, far side wing, gets it back up top to Robinson. He'll give it to Verzat with 11:54 to go. UNO by 11. Robinson back up top to Key. Key down low. This one to Gates. Layup put up and good. And it's back to 13 with get down to 7-9. And they just the Lions don't have that big post presence down there. And that's been a tough one that's been tough for the Lions to come with. The three-pointer far side by Gonzalez. He drills it. It's back to 10, 57-47. So Berzat will walk it back the other way as the Lions not ready to go away. When they turn it to go in this game, and they throw it away. Let's roll the other way, but we'll go to the media timeout first. So see if the Lions can make that adjustment they need to and rally back in this one as they trail 57-47 with 11:12 to go in the ball game. Back in a moment. This is Southeastern basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Is a proud supporter of
Tangipahoa reshaping attitudes for community change.
57-47, UNO with the lead. Southeastern with the basketball. 11-12 to go in the game. One the Lions could certainly use going forward if they're going to try to inch into the conference tournament. There's still 10 games to go, so maybe I'm jumping the gun even talking about the postseason, but nonetheless, Saunders has it, top of the key, near side to Caldwell, back up top to Julian. Julian working at the top of the key, comes near side to Saunders. Saunders back up top to Julian. He'll fire the three at the top of the key. That's off the front iron, no good. Rebound chased down by UNO and Lamont Berzat. Berzat into the front court, near side wing to Green. Green lays it up and in as the Lions had a breakdown defensively. It's back to 12. Smith back the other way quickly. Lions just trying to find a way back in this ball game, that they're having to do most of it from the perimeter as they really don't have the post presence tonight. Near side Julian. Julian through, looks like went out of bounds. Julian was trying to get it to Smith. Smith wasn't ready for it, and the Lions turn it over. 10:22 to go. Lions in some trouble, trailing by a dozen. Pass comes inbounds, and the pressure broken pretty easily by the Privateers as it goes to Berzat. Berzat working far side. He'll dribble around Caldwell and comes to the near side wing. They get it down low to Key. Key back near side to Green. Green, crossover dribble, drives baseline. Shot put up off the glass. Tipped up, no good. Rebound tipped up, and another offensive rebound by Jarrell Gates. Shot put up, no good, but a foul. It's a bad matchup down low with him for the Lions. Darrell Gates at 6'6", 250 pounds. I mean, it's just a big, strong kid, and the Lions can't really match up with him down there, and he's been a big difference in the second half. First free throw, Gates. That one's off the back iron, no good. Second free throw, that one rolls in, back to 13. Lions starting to push it on the offensive end as Julian will bring it into the front court. Pass near side to Smith, back to Julian, far side to Saunders. Saunders waving it, goes back up to Smith as this one back to Caldwell. Smith, top of the key, he'll fire the three, and that one's off the iron. There's Brewer trying to slam it, only misses the dunk. Back the other way, Green into the front court to the near side. He'll back it out and reset. 9.5 left. It's a 13-point UNO lead as they look for just their second road victory of the year. This one goes to Robinson. Robinson to the free throw line. Comes back near side to Burzat. Burzat back out to Key with 8 seconds to shoot. This one goes over to Gates. Shot put up, no good. Rebound cleared by Southeastern. Well, Darrell Gates having a pretty good ball game, even though he couldn't connect there. Caldwell down low to Brewer. Brewer on the block. Brewer drops it down low to Caldwell. Shot put up, no good. But a foul going to be called against the Privateers. Gates with 13 points and 6 rebounds, but just every time they've needed a big bucket when the Lions have made a rally, he's been there to, get the hustle points and, second chance points. Caldwell, free throw, up, free throw, good for the freshman. Gonzalez will check back in, 60-48 in favor of UNO with exactly 9 minutes to go. Randy Gonzalez is going to check in at the next dead ball, or if this free throw is good. Caldwell free throw up, free throw good. Caldwell check out, Gonzalez in, so that'll give us Saunders, Smith, Julian, Brewer, and Gonzalez. 60-49 with 9 minutes to go. Inbounds pass, nice play by Julian, and let's see. Oh, wow, I think we called a break. Pass came in bounds to Green, and looked like it was knocked out of bounds by the Lions, but they're going to say it went off of Green, and the Lions will take it. So Saunders and the Lions have it. Saunders, near side wing, back up top to Smith. Smith over to Julian. Lions having trouble penetrating this zone, but let's see if they can find a way. Down low to Gonzalez. Back over to Smith. Near side to Saunders. Left open for three. No. Rebound tip. And, boy, a lot of holding by number 24, Rodney Carson, but nothing whistled as he'll bring it into the front court. Top of the key. Out near the half-court circle. Guarded by Gonzalez. Pass comes near side to Green. Green working near side. Back up top to Darrell Gates. Gates hands it off to Green with 13 to shoot. 60-49 our score. UNO with the lead. Gates at the top of the key, guarded by Saunders. They'll hand this one back to Carson Jr., far side to Green. Green has it knocked out of bounds. Let's see. They're going to say it stays with the Privateers with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Pretty good defensive sequence by the Lions, but let's see if they can finish it off. 2 seconds to shoot. And this one goes out of bounds off of the Lions. So they get this one in bounds. Gates shot put up, no good, but a foul. And he gets bailed out. I don't know about that one, but Gates to the line nonetheless, and he'll shoot free throws. Gates trying to add to the 13 points he's already gotten this one. Free throw up, free throw good. (61-49) UNO, 8:11 left in the ball game. Lions It's been a tough one because they really had to be kind of one-dimensional from the outside, or at least either penetrate and break the defense down. They haven't really been able to just muscle their way in. This one knocked out of bounds as Saunders was trying to get it down low, and it'll stay with the Lions with 8 minutes and a tick to go in the ball game. Pretty much the next dead ball will take us to the under 8 media timeout. 62-49 in favor of UNO. Julian inbounds it, gets it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez over to Saunders. He'll take the long jumper, and that one's no good. Rebound tipped up, put up, no good by Smith, and the rebound cleared by Jalen Key. Back the other way. This one knocked away from behind by Smith, but a foul going to be called against Smith, and that'll take us to the media timeout. Time running out on the Lions as they trail this one 62-49 with 7:50 to go in the game. We'll take a break and come back. This is Southeastern basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. $7:50 left in the game. Lions needing a rally in a hurry as they trail 62-49. UNO, the Privateers, preseason Southland Conference favorites coming into the day. They have not been coming into this game. They have not been a conference title type team as they are 2-9 in the Southland, but it's all come together for them today as they've shot it well and played well inside, and they are in control of this ball game now with 7:50 to go. Rodney Carson Jr. at the free throw line, front of the 1-and-1. This one is up, and this one rolls home. Largest lead of the ball game now. No, excuse me. The largest lead was 18. Carson, second free throw. This one is up, and this one is good. 15-point game. Pass comes near side to Gonzalez. They'll skip it far side to Saunders. Saunders will back it out. Lions just having difficulty locating the shots they want against this zone, and it's not very active, UNO. They're just kind of packing it in. Near side, Brewer, three-pointer from the corner. That's no good. Rebound cleared. And it goes to UNO. Quickly into the front court. Troy Green. Green, near side wing, gives it back up top to Key. Key back to Green. Green will dribble it to the far side elbow, then gives this one to Jamal Myers. Free throw line jumper is good. 17-point game as the Privateers pulling away in this one with 7 minutes to go. It's a 17-point game, 66-49. Far side Smith over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, far side wing to the free throw line. Skips it near side to Smith. Smith can't find anywhere. Back over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez tried to get it down low to Brewer, and he threw it away. Up ahead, Green. And the layup is put up, and it is good by number 24, Rodney Carson. 19-point game in favor of the Privateers as this one has gotten away from the Lions in the last minute or so. Kirby and Jop about to come in. Julian to Saunders. Saunders working near side. He'll dribble it back up top to Julian. Julian drives in. Layup put up. No good. Lions can't buy a basket right now. The shot is put up. No good. And the jump ball possession there keeps it with Southeastern with 6.5 to go. So, Julian. underneath his own basket. Lions just got to get something going, and now we're going to get a foul away from the ball against the Privateers at number 15, Jalen Key. 4 fouls against the Privateers. Or 3. This is the third team foul called against the Privateers here in the second half. Julian to inbound on the near side. Out to Kirby. Kirby fires the 3, and that one's good. Kirby knocks it down, 68-52. Inbounds pass to Green. Green back to Gates. Gates into the front court, far side to Carson. Carson gives it back out to Green. 16-point game. UNO playing the game of their season to this point. Layup put up, and this one is good. Where has this been that so many of us thought we would see from the Privateers? Pass near side to Kirby. Kirby back up top to Smith. Back to Kirby. 5:45 to go. 18-point game in favor of UNO. Kirby far side over to Smith. Back to Kirby. Kirby fires another 3. That one's no good. Offensive rebound, pop, drop, put back up and in. It's 70-54. And the inbounds pass comes to Carson. Carson into the front court to the near side wing. This one is to Green. Green into the lane to the free throw line. Good pass down low to Myers. Layup put up, no good, but a foul. So that's going to be against Kirby, and that is his first as the Lions in a world of hurt with 5:13 to go as Myers to the free throw line. Southeastern trying to avoid falling to 3 and 8 in the Southland, but that's not looking like it's going to be the case. Free throw is up and good, and that'll give Bryson White a chance to come into the ball game. Saunders will come out, Brewer will come back in as the Privateers continue to run away with this one. It's a 17-point game as they look for their. Still trying to figure out how this team has struggled the way that they have in the Southland Conference as. Going to get the second free throw is off the iron, no good, and a foul going to be called on Robinson. They've had some injuries, but I'm just not sure how they were 2-9, but they have been having troubles coming into the day, that's for sure. Julian to Kirby, down low to Jop, lays it up and in. 71-56. This one out to Green. Green goes to the near side to the free throw line. They get it down low. Gates, and Gates goes up strong with it, lays it up and in. Boy, Jarrell Gates has just been a matchup nightmare for the Lions tonight. At 250 pounds, he's just been bullying his way down low. Julian, top of the key, over to Smith. Smith, far side to Brewer. Brewer looking, can't find anywhere to go with it. Comes back near side and has it knocked away and stolen by Carson. Carson will lay it up and has it blocked from behind by Kirby, but it goes out of bounds. So the Privateers will inbound it under their own basket. 4:22 left in this one. Berzat just checking back in. Goes to the far side. We'll give this one to Gates. Gates back to Berzat. Dribbles to the near side. Back up top to Robinson. He'll take the 3 from the top of the key. Buries it. And there is what probably is the icing on the cake to lead Balloons to 20. Pass comes near side to Julian. Back up top to Smith to Kirby. He'll fire the 3, and that one's no good. Rebound fought for. This one will go out of bounds off of Southeastern, and that'll take us to the under 4 media timeout. 3:48 to go in the game. It's all Privateers in this one. Back in a moment. This is Southeastern basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network. 3:48 left in the game. Southeastern trailing by 20. It's just been that kind of half, been that kind of night, really been that kind of week. The Lions just have not been able to get a lot of rhythm going. They started off pretty well Wednesday night, and then since the second half of, towards the end of the first half of that ball game, it's been a tough game and a half. As Brzat gets into the front court with 3.5 to go. They'll dribble to the top of the key, near side wing. Guarded closely by Kirby. Good defense by Kirby, though. He's not going to quit. I like that. Kirby to the far side. Kirby all over him. He'll give it back up top to Robinson. Robinson, far side wing, over to Green for a three, and that is off the iron. No good. Rebound cleared by Julian as he brings it into the front court. Julian had it knocked away, but able to somehow keep possession of it, and then goes up for the layup and is fouled. Are they going to get it on the floor? Lamont Brzat whistled for the foul as we'll put Julian at the free throw line with 3:16 to go as the Lions trail by 20, 76-56. Lions will be in action Wednesday night at home against Houston Baptist at 7 o'clock. Free throw is up and free throw is good for the senior. Second free throw, Julian. Knocks them both down. Julian with 4 points and 5 assists, and now we've got a technical foul called on, let's see.
Class A technical foul on Blue 15 for a dead ball contact.
So you hear that in the background. Matt Sound doing its job as they call a technical foul against number 15, Jalen Keefe for the University of New Orleans. Didn't see a whole lot there. So Key will check out. Head coach Mark Schlesinger letting them hear about it. And let's see. Though I didn't really see, I guess, the contact or what happened, but nonetheless, a technical against Jalen Key. Free throw up, free throw in and out for Julian. Second free throw, nothing but net. 3:16 to go. If you're just joining us, things have gotten away from the Lions as they're trailing 76-59. Julian looking, and they get it inbounds to Kirby. Kirby, near side, knocked out of bounds by Robinson with 3:13 remaining. As this will go to Julian. Julian looking, and now what do we have? The clock never started. So that will set the shot clock to 24.
Right there. Stay right there.
UNO shooting 27 of 50 from the field for 54%. Southeastern 21 of 53 for 39.6. Lions 5 of 22 from the three-point line. Julian, near side Brewer. He'll fire the three from the near side wing. That is good for Ty Brewer. 76-62. 2:58 to go. Gates into the front court to Green. Green. Lions will not quit, though. I mean, this group of freshmen and Vaughn Julian right now, Ty Brewer, the sophomore, I mean, the character for this team. Three-pointer near side. Robinson drills it. And it is a 17-point game with 2:35 to go. Bryson Robinson just continues to light it up from the three-point line, and a 34% three-point shooter coming into the day, and he is 8 of 11 for 26 points. That's the kind of season it's meant for the Lions. People that are not necessarily, they don't typically shine in a certain area of the game. They suddenly do when they step on the floor of the Lions this year. So, and it's not because the Lions haven't defended the three-point line. I thought they have. That just Robinson just cannot miss. 79-62, Julian into the front court. Dribbles right side. He'll hand it off to Smith. Smith fires a key three-pointer from the top of the key and drills it. 79-65, Southeastern trails. And the pressure is broken as Green has it in the front court. Knocked away and stolen by Smith, though, and it goes into the hands of Julian for the easy layup. It's a 12-point game, 79-67. So, Robinson, though, taking a look here, 57 for 167 from the three-point line for 34% on the season. Shooting 79% tonight. But the Lions have had their troubles with the points in the paint and not, just haven't really shot it particularly well from the arc either. So take a look at the rebounding. UNO leading the rebounding 28-19 also. Southeastern, though, have handled the ball all right tonight, just 16 turnovers. 150 to go. It's a 12-point game. UNO with the lead, 79-67. Robinson, pressure in the backcourt, gets it up ahead to Green. Green, near side to Gates. Gates gets it back up top to Robinson. He'll fire another three. That's off the back iron, no good. Caldwell comes away with it. Julian races it into the front court. He'll put it up, lays it up, no good. Julian gets it back, and then he's fouled, and that'll be on the floor. No, well, even if it is, it's free throws, 1-1. So Julian to the line. Southeastern trying to make a late comeback. Probably going to be too little too late, but I do like the fight that this team has showed. Running in the 1-1, free throw is good. Second free throw, Julian up. This one is good as well. So 79-69. Lions gonna play all 40 minutes, so I love that about this team. Pressure, Caldwell there on Robinson, but Robinson breaks the pressure as we come up on a minute and 15 left. Green comes back there, side to Robinson. Robinson takes a screen, dribbles to the top of the key. They'll come back near side to Gates. Gates back to Robinson. Shot clock winding down with 4-3. Robinson the three. That's no good. Rebound fought for. And then it is thrown out of bounds off the leg of Pop Drop. Great hustle play by Jamel Myers with 56 seconds to go and a timeout called. And that should that rebound secured by UNO pretty sure that will wrap this one up as the Lions trailing by 10 with 56 seconds to go. Lions have fought hard and they played hard, just not particularly well, I guess is the best way to put it. And it's kind of part of that quote-unquote process that we have talked about this year a lot, and well, a lot of teams in the country go through when you have 10 freshmen and sophomores and that many. It's literally 4 guys dressed out tonight that saw any playing time last year. So the Lions certainly having to, kind of take their lumps this year. But this group of freshmen and the sophomores and, what you're going to get from Ty Brewer and the rest of these freshmen, the rest of this league better look out in the next couple of years. Have their fun now. But Green throws it in, can't find anybody, and throws it off of Jop.
Jump, Pop, jump! Jump!
And bounce pass to Gates. Gates gets it back out to Robinson with 50 seconds to go. Robinson, and we're going to get a foul against the Lions. Now that'll put Robinson at the free throw line.
Foul number 2, Isaiah Kirby. Second personal on Kirby. 10 foul.
So Robinson pretty much going to put this one on ice, you would think, with 2 free throws if it's not already there. Tough night for the Lions, Southeastern fans. It just, free throw is up and it is good. Gonzalez will check in. Pop Jop will come out with 49 seconds to go. It's an 80-69 lead as Robinson with a game high 27 points now. Second free throw, this one is also good. 12-point game as Julian will race it into the front court to Kirby. Kirby will back it out over to Gonzalez. He'll fire the 3, and that one's no good. Offensive rebound, Julian goes back up with it. Shot is no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. 81-69 our score. UNO with the lead, 39 seconds to go. Southeastern will be looking for the victory Wednesday when they host Houston Baptist. First free throw is no good. Second free throw hits the front iron and bounces home, and it's 81-70 game with 39 seconds remaining. Inbounds pass comes to Green. And then a foul going to be called against the Lions, and that's going against Byron Smith. Double bonus time on the other end. UNO, just like the other night with the UCA, been nearly flawless at the free throw line, 16 of 18 from the charity stripe. Free throw up, that one rolls in and out for Green. So, Lions will fall to 6-16 on the season and 3-8 in the conference here shortly as they trail by 12 with 36 seconds to go. Over to Brewer. Brewer fires the 3 from the near side wing. That's no good. Rebound cleared by Green, but knocked away and stolen by Caldwell. He'll fire the 3 from the near side corner and buries it. 9-point game as this one knocked away, but a foul called against the Lions. 82-73. UNO with 21 seconds to go. So Green to shoot. Free throw up, free throw good. And the Privateers going to get their second road victory of the season in their third conference victory. Free throw up, free throw good. Julian near side to Smith. 17 seconds to shoot. Smith fires the 3. Near side, no good. Rebound cleared. And I think the Lions are going to let them dribble it out now, and they will. And they'll bring it to the front court, and they'll win this one 84-73. Tough night for the Lions as they fall to 3-8 in the Southland. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back, and get ready to wrap this one up. This is Southeastern basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network. Welcome back to the University Center. Tough night for the Lions as they fall 84-73 to the UNO Privateers. We're joined by assistant coach for the Lions, Patrick Schulte. Coach, tough one again tonight. I didn't think this one was as much, kind of hard to rebound when you get a team that comes out and shoots 70% from the three-point line in the first half. And, I thought we battled back in the first half and competed, but just their experience with guys like Bryson Robinson and Troy Green a little bit too much. Let's see. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bryson was a handful tonight. He had 28, hit 8 threes, had 6 of those in the first half, I believe. Really good player. I was a little disappointed that we gave him as many open looks as we did in that first half. We tried to stress to the guys how talented he was and how he could really score it. Thought we weren't quite as dialed into the scouting report as we needed to be, and I'll take the onus on that. That's on me.
Again, though, we've talked about this, and I don't want to be the guy that's already conceding and moving, but I've never been more sure of anything in my life that this group of freshmen and sophomores moving forward is going to be hell on the rest of this conference moving forward. I mean, we're taking the lumps a little bit this year, but I mean, this is a calm before the storm, at least to me. I mean, is that what you've seen from this team so far?
Yeah, it's a process. This one is going to hurt, and it should hurt. We shouldn't give up 84 points at home, and until it starts hurting more and more is when we'll turn that corner. But it's a process, and they're still coming to work every day and taking care of their business in the classroom. We just have to learn from our mistakes and get better.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it best, man. I think, you keep a very I like talking to you after these games, Patrick. You've always got a good positive outlook, even more so than I do about us. But, I'm not going to keep you too long today. What's the biggest thing moving forward? I mean, again, there's still 9 games left in the season, and 9 games that we are certainly capable of competing in and winning. I mean, what's going to be the biggest thing moving forward for us to start picking up some of the wins that we need to?
We got to get our grit back. I didn't think we brought it today like we needed to. We stressed that this game would all come down to toughness. UNO is a really tough team. That's what they do. That's what they preach. That's what they're about, toughness. I didn't think we had the grit or the edge that we needed today, and I was disappointed in that.
Moving on to Wednesday, Houston Baptist. If you got a chance to look at them a little bit and know offensive juggernaut, not so much defense.
Yeah, that's about all I know right now, to be honest. I know they can really score it. But besides that, I haven't been able to dive into a lot of them yet, but we'll start today.
Absolutely. Well, look, man, I appreciate you coming in, sitting with me. Good luck Wednesday and moving forward.
Thanks, Lane.
Ladies and gentlemen, Southeastern assistant men's basketball coach Patrick Schulte. We'll take our final break. When we come back, we'll go over final box scores and wrap things up here from the University. Welcome back to the University Center. Southeastern falls 84-73 to UNO as the Privateers get 28 points from first-team preseason all-conference Bryson Robinson on 8 3-pointers. He had 7 rebounds. Had 4 players in double figures as Jarrell Gates added 17 points and 6 rebounds. Troy Green with 14 points, while Jamel Myers added 11. The Privateers shot 28 of 53 from the field, 9 of 16 from the three-point line, 19 of 22 from the free throw line, 17 assists, 28 field goals. They did have 16 turnovers, but pretty much executed in every other phase of the game tonight. And again, this is the team that most of us around the league were expecting to see this year, as they were preseason conference. They were picked to win the Southland Conference this year, and that has not been the case for them so far this year. But Nick Caldwell with 13 points, Ty Brewer with 24 for Southeastern to lead the way, 9 of 15 from the field with a couple of three-pointers. He was 4-4 from the free throw line. Vaughn Julian with 10 points, 2 of 8 from the field, 6 of 8 from the field free throw line. He had 6 assists. The Lions shot 25 of 61 from the field, 8 of 28 from the three-point line, 15 of 20 from the free throw line. They were out-rebounded 30-23. Just 11 turnovers. That's not bad at all, but the shooting struggles too much to overcome as they shoot just 41% for the game. The Privateers had a lead as big as 20. The Lions never led in this game as they fall by a score of 84-73. So what's up next for the Lions? Wednesday night at home, they will take on Houston Baptist at 7. Then they'll be on the road next Saturday night as they take on the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio. Still enough time left in the season, Lion fans, for them to get things turned around and for them to get a spot in the Southland Conference tournament. But the time to turn around is immediately moving forward, so hopefully they'll be able to do that. But we're out of time. This copyrighted broadcast of Southeastern basketball may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the express written consent of the Southeastern University Department of Athletics. The executive producer of the Southeastern Sports Network, J.R. Teagues. Associate producers, Ola Adeboye and Andrew Bishek. Coordinating producers, Damon Sunday and Colton Vickers. Audio producer is Todd Delaney. Our studio coordinator back at KSLU is Caitlin Bartholomew. Our statisticians for today's game are Damon Sunday and Kimler Chappell. I'm Chris Salim, reminding you once again the Lady Lions win game 1 over UNO 73-57. The Lions drop game 2 to UNO 84-73. We'll see you Wednesday night at 7 o'clock as the Southeastern men take on Houston Baptist right here at the University Center. Thanks again for watching and listening to Southeastern men's and women's basketball. Good night from the University Center in beautiful Hammond, America.
Broadcasts on the Southeastern